I never got the chance to explain to you the whole CJ thing and like my reasoning behind it. And I think I owe you an explanation for that. I really wanted to start working on my jury management. I heard last round from Erica that the jury's pretty pissed off at me. So what's a better time than now to start worrying about how the jury feels about me?
I have not been personally offended by any of the decisions that you've made up to this point.
That's what I want to make sure.
He obviously shielded himself from me last round, and so he knows that I would prefer him not be in the game anymore sooner rather than later. I can tell that out of everyone in the game, you seem the most passionate and hardworking, and obviously that's just why you're a threat. I mean, at the end of the day,
right. Yeah.
I can never tell what he's truly thinking or feeling. He is taking notes, and all of that means that he's a threat to me. At the end of the day, it's just I respect how you've been playing, and so that's why.
Oh, totally. Right now, it's not going to change that you're a huge threat in my game, and I know that I'm a huge threat in your game, so let the best player win.
Fight!
Coming into this round, I'm excited. I feel like I'm in a really good spot in this competition. I have a clear picture of how I'm going to get to the end of this game, and I know how I'm going to win.
I really don't know what to expect. I know that the twist is very much going to come into play as to who can be up for elimination, so that's definitely going to dictate how I move in this game. Overall, I don't really know where most other people's heads are at, just because there was only one vote to eliminate last round. So I think this round will continue to unearth what people's game trajectories will be in the future.
There are no alliances that are solid at this point, and it's really that one-on-one relationships that will get you to the end at this point. So I'm really hoping that I win a couple challenges so I stay safe, and that I keep it up where people aren't trying to conspire against me.
Hello everyone, we are now on day 23 of Fight or Flight, which means we are less than 2 weeks away from crowning a winner. As you know, this game is not necessarily about winning every battle, but winning the war. Sometimes it's better to stick out, but on nights like tonight, you will certainly want to blend in. What do I mean by that? One at a time, you will compete tonight in a sliding puzzle competition. Your score will be based on the time it takes you to complete it. Normally, the winner of the competition would be whoever solves the puzzle in the least amount of time, but that is not the goal for this round. Tonight, you do not want to have the top or bottom score, as those two players become nominees for the round. That means your goal tonight is to fall in the middle. Folks who do so successfully will be safe. Additionally, the winner of this competition will be the person with the most average score and will receive a reward of 2 boarding bucks.
The competition for this round will be a slide puzzle.
Whoever does it the fastest is a nominee, and whoever does it the slowest is a nominee. But whoever has the average score actually wins 2 boarding bucks.
So this is really a night about being as mediocre as possible.
This is perfect. I'm always in the middle. That's been my whole thing in this game, is that I've been smack dab in the middle the whole time. So I feel confident about this one.
My strategy going into the slide puzzle is just to complete it as fast as I can possibly complete it, because I know that I'm not great at them to begin with. I'm hoping that my time will be somewhat average in general. I know that if I just keep on clicking and moving shit around, that hopefully eventually it'll come together.
Okay, that's right, but I need to get this one over, okay.
All of a sudden I do start to see it come together. I complete the puzzle, and I know that I at least haven't timed out.
I still play with slide puzzles, so I'm feeling really good about my ability to finish the slide puzzle within the allotted amount of time. What I'm worried about is that I might come out on top then.
Why is this so stressful for me?
I'm I'm so afraid of trying to overcorrect and to leave myself extra time that will put me in last. So my strategy is just to do the puzzle as is, and whatever happens, happens.
I need you down, I need you down, I need you there, I need you up, I need you up, I need you up. Woo! Yay! I did it! Woohoo!
I feel like I actually went pretty quickly, and I am a little bit nervous that I might be in first.
Going into this competition, I've always considered myself good at games and puzzles, but that said, I haven't done really well in a lot of the games so far in this competition. But then again, my goal this time is just to perform average, so hopefully I can keep doing that when it finally matters. Anthony says that we're going to have no more than 7 minutes to complete this puzzle. So I'm imagining that the low score will be around that 7-minute mark and the high score maybe around the 1 or 2 minute mark. So I'm thinking I need to put myself maybe a little under 4 minutes. That's what I'm aiming for. I finish the puzzle, I catch a glance at my time, and I see that it's around 3 minutes and 55 seconds, which is actually what I was aiming for. I'm shocked, but I'm actually kind of feeling good again.
I know in the back of my head how to complete a slide puzzle. You want to get the top row done first, and then you'll move to the left column. So that's how I attack this puzzle. Okay. All right, so now I wait. I feel like if I finished it right then, it would have been a little bit too early. And that's the hard thing, is like figuring out, oh my God, am I still too early if I finish it now? Is it way too late? Did everybody finish it? Do I want to solve it right now? Oh my God, I don't know. And then I kind of get a gut feeling that I just have to finish it now. Shit. Okay.
So my strategy with this puzzle is to do it how I would normally do a puzzle, not thinking about the time. And then when I see that all the pieces are about to come together, I'll hold for as long as I need to.
That looks like it goes in the bottom.
It feels important that I'm safe this round. Things are starting to get down to the wire, and the dead weight is going, and being in the middle doesn't work anymore. So if I happen to make my way to the top or bottom in this competition, I think I could be in some real danger.
Oh, I'm in a little loop right now. That's what's happening.
As I'm getting through the puzzle, it seems very easy to me. I can't imagine anyone's gonna time out on this, and I'm having a good time.
Oh, okay, wait, I'm very close. I wonder how long it's been.
I get to that point where all I have to do is click twice and the puzzle is done. I have no idea if I should wait longer, how fast I've gone, if people are gonna go faster or take a really long time, but it seems like an easy puzzle, and I don't know, I don't want to overthink it.
You know what? I can't calculate that. I'm just gonna go for it.
I just have to finish the game, and I finish the puzzle because I need to be done with it.
I heard that I couldn't be a bottom in this challenge, which is extremely hard for me. Fuck me, my asshole. So in the beginning, I was feeling scared, but I was like, maybe I can do this. Fight, 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 fight or flight. Puzzles are not my best friend, and so I'm scared that I might lose this. This challenge win is essential for me. I have to stay safe, and as time is ticking, I am getting more and more worried because I keep solving like 4 pieces. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then I like mess it all up and I have to start all over again. How do I get her over? And it keeps happening. This train and this loop is continuing. I'm just going in a fucking pattern. Oh my God, I'm definitely gonna be the bottom scored.
So I totally took a tiny edible, and I'm worried that it will hinder my ability to do this challenge. It's gonna be the hard one. I feel like there's oh, that's where the empty piece goes. Okay. Why wasn't I one of those kids that love doing puzzles? I feel like there's a method to this that I don't know. So I just randomly start trying to get pieces to fit where they should go, and there are times when I think I'm getting close. That's there. That's there. That's there. But how do we get these up there? But then it becomes very far from what the puzzle should be. I think I'm doing this the wrong way. There's definitely a part where the puzzle is almost there. There's just like one piece that is not in the right place. And I'm starting to get really nervous. I don't know how much time I've taken already, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that piece where it needs to go by the time limit. I'm getting nervous. I'm not going to be able to do this fast enough.
The winner of this challenge with the most middle of the road score and the earner of 2 boarding bucks is Emily. Congratulations, Emily. You are the winner of this challenge.
Finally, I get more boarding bucks, and finally I won a competition. Holy shit! Oh my god, I thought I did so bad. Okay, thank you. I'm safe this round. I've officially made it to Final 6, which is an amazing feeling. I guess being average pays off in the end.
Emily, you can turn off your video now.
On the one hand, I'm sort of hoping that people see this win as being dumb luck, so maybe they don't see me as a threat, and quite honestly, maybe it was a little bit of dumb luck. But on the other hand, I do want people to start recognizing me, as a player and as someone who's performing well in the competitions.
We are now going to inch our way up to the top. So, in 3rd place, we have Gabby. You can turn off your camera. You are safe.
I've come in 3rd place in the round, and I can turn my camera off, and immediately I'm relieved.
I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. I'm literally sitting here just like with my fingers crossed, praying, like, please let me be second. Please let me be second. I've never wanted to come in 2nd place so badly in my entire life.
In 2nd place, Erica, you can turn off your video now.
I am just so happy. I don't care who's in 1st. I don't care who's in last. I am safe, and that is all that matters to me.
And in 1st place, who will be our first nominee of the night, Finn, I'm sorry, but you will be a nominee this round.
Fuck! Oh my god, you idiot! What?
This is really brutal for me, and at this point, I kind of feel like I'm going to have to vote against whoever the other person is, because I really want to keep Finn in this game.
They have not been anywhere near in the discussions for elimination so far in this game, so it should be interesting to hear what other people start to say about this particular nomination.
So it comes down to Matt, Sheridan, and myself, and I don't think that I did as terrible as the 2 of them, so I'm pretty confident that my time is pretty middle of the road, so I'm not too worried.
And the person who's in 5th place and is therefore safe is Zach.
Thank God, I'm safe for another round.
These were literally the last 2 people that I would have wanted to be nominated with if I had to be nominated tonight. It's these 2. So this fucking sucks.
It sucks to be up with Matt, but at the end of the day, I definitely want to be the person who's safe.
Sheridan and Matt, it comes down to the 2 of you. Sheridan, you are safe. I'm sorry, Matt, but you will be the bottom nominee this round.
How?
I didn't even get a score because I timed out.
I'm sorry, Matt, but you have timed out.
Wonderful.
This is honestly my worst case scenario. It's between Finn, my biggest ally, or myself. One of us are definitely going home this week, and it cannot be myself, no matter what.
I'm sorry once again to Finn and Matt. You are the 2 nominees up for elimination.
This is not how I wanted this to go at all.
Fuck. It's over. Shut it down. Shut it down.
If it was just chosen socially, like, we would be both safe through this. And I could be with Finn in the finale. But now because of this stupid puzzle, we're split up forever. And now I have to conspire against Finn for this entire round so I don't get to go home. Like, what the fuck?
Before you go off and strategize, you may have realized I haven't yet shared the fight or flight twist for the round. Tonight, you will be the only 2 with a fight or flight choice, which is keep or swap. Some of you may be familiar with this from last season. I know for a fact you are, Matt.
The second Noah threw up swap, I knew it was all over. That very second.
I'm sorry, Matt, but you have been eliminated.
I didn't know they were going to play me like that.
Oh no, poor Matt. Why, Matt? Why again?
I don't know that I have ever felt worse for a person than I do for Matt right now. Matt, I am so sorry that you have to go through this nightmare again.
If I were watching this at home, I'd think it was scripted. The way that came back for Matt. Man. Wow.
It's keeper swap. To make it even worse, it's something I'm really bad at. I did not manipulate that challenge in any way. And in fact, I was manipulated myself. I feel defeated. I feel heartbroken. I feel anxious. I feel scared. Every bad feeling in the book I have at this moment.
After the votes are tallied, the nominees will be asked if they would like to keep their vote or swap with the other person. If both pick keep, they stay the same. If both pick swap, they switch votes. If one picks keep and the other swap, it'll be left up to a wheel to decide if the vote should remain the same or swap. So the choice is yours. Fight it out by keeping the vote, or fight the decision your fellow contestants made by swapping.
It comes down to not only who you want to vote out, but how you think the person you want to vote out is going to vote. And you need to take that into account because you may end up voting to keep the wrong person in, depending on what their choice is.
I'm so sad. And there's literally like nothing to be done about it.
Yeah.
I am so fucking nervous. I've never been up for elimination before, and I don't know how this is gonna go. I feel so bad that this is what did you in season 1 too, and I'm not trying to like do this dirty or stab you in the back.
It's just yourself. Don't worry about it.
My inclination is to keep. I'm not trying to fuck him over. I'm not trying to make this a backstabbing moment between the two of us. I really enjoyed playing this game with him, and I don't want to see him go home in a dirty way in the exact same way as before. I love you so much. It's been so much fun playing this game with you.
It's been amazing, and like I'm really sad, but at least we can follow each other on Instagram after this. Even though we played this entire game together, it's sad that it's finally at an end, and we'll hope that I best you with this vote in the end, but I'm really sad about it.
All right, well, go fight for your life. I'll do the same.
The first person I talked to is Erica, because I haven't been able to talk to her in forever. She's been on the jury, so we kind of link up and get back on the same page.
Do you have any idea who you're voting for? Because I really have no clear opinion right now.
I don't either, honestly.
Gabby tends to be the eyes and ears of this game. She kind of knows what everyone's thinking and doing.
Matt has a lot of like great relationships and stuff like that. I think he'll be hard to eliminate further down the line, but I also think that Finn is like a very intelligent player and has like a really great pulse on the game.
I feel like I have more of a relationship with Matt, but also that relationship with Matt has been unclear to me at times. I want to believe that Matt actually has had my back at times in this competition, but it's hard because ultimately it was Matt's decision that got me eliminated.
It kind of makes sense to eliminate the person with the top score because the rest of this competition will be very competition based. I know that this competition will hinge even more and more on these competitions, and that the person who is good at competitions will have a lot of say.
That's like actually a really, really good point that I hadn't considered at all yet.
I don't really know where the numbers would be to get Finn out otherwise, so I think that this could be an option.
No offense to Matt, but he's not the strongest competition-wise.
Yeah.
So, this game is mostly
easier to beat later on.
Finn clearly has the upper hand on competitions over Matt, and that might be a really good reason to keep Matt over Finn.
So I just don't know. It's really hard. Matt is someone I've been close to since day one. Finn is someone that I've gotten a lot closer with. So either way this goes, it's gonna suck.
I mean, no matter how I vote this round, I'm gonna be voting out someone who I've very closely and also very publicly played with this whole game. I still have no real idea who I want to vote for, so it's really hard for me to strategize in any type of way.
Do you have any thoughts about who would be better strategically to keep in the game?
It's a really hard decision, and obviously we don't want either one to go home at this point. But, you know, I've said before, and I'll say it again, like, I know I can't sit next to Matt in Final 2, so I guess this is the time. From the introduction of that twist when Matt and CJ came back, I was worried about that. I was like, oh shit, like if either of them make it to the end, they're gonna take it.
My gut is telling me that Finn staying in the game will help me more. But on the other side, Matt has really saved me before. And it could be really scummy to eliminate him at this point. So I really don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm trying to call Zach, and I'm not getting an answer. This makes me a little nervous. There's always a chance that he got up to get a snack as soon as it started, but this could also mean he's plotting against me, because if one of my bigger allies was up for elimination, I think I'd want to hop on a call with them right away.
You know, this is such a difficult choice because I love working with the two of them, but I don't have an argument in Final 2 if I'm not 100% aligned to one person. And that one person for me is Matt. I got steal a vote, by the way, but it wouldn't, like, we would have to make sure that votes were being kept. I throw out to Matt that we could potentially use steal a vote tonight, but the only way in which it would work tonight is if Matt and Finn keep their nominations the same. Otherwise, it's a complete waste of a power.
And for real, you're going to keep me?
1,000% I'm going to keep you.
Zach is saying that he's helping me, but I cannot fully trust him. He's been spreading shit about possibly me, about other people, so I have no idea what his plan is.
My game plan with Matt tonight is to tell him all the information that I know, everybody that's going to vote for him to stay. And Finn, I need to give him a little bit more doubt. All right, so how do we play this? So far, we've had 8 people leave this competition, and throughout all the discussions that have happened this game, Finn's name has pretty much never come up. So that's just a testament to the game that they're playing.
I mean, I would hope that I have your vote.
Yes. So I'm sorry, Finn, but I'm going to have to work this round so that Matt stays.
This could be a great moment for him to advance his game and get rid of me now, if that's what he wants to do. So I don't know if I can trust what Zach is saying.
Compared to Finn, I'm a huge competition, and you should vote me out if you want to get to the finale. So I completely get it. But somehow I have to talk my way out of this and manipulatively, like, sway people. I'm just trying to get the most honest information possible so I know the most conscientious decision to make.
I am very much not inclined to vote you out because you've been really good to me in this game. I don't want to eliminate Matt here. Not only because he's shown loyalty to me, but also that I do think Finley will become a harder and harder competitor to beat down the line. Personally, like, I would do what is best for you if you can, like, let me know, but so far nobody has told me exactly where they're going.
Yeah, I think right now, just can you vote Finn out? Because I think that would, like, okay, I know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, his strategy for the round is going to be to try and get as many people to authentically tell him what their vote is as possible. I don't know how successful he's going to be in that, though.
Fully, I think you came into the game with a clean template, and I feel the same exact way. I think she actually is really looking for allies, and she knows, oh, if I stick with Matt, he's a big competitor, so it leaves a target off of my back. You were the fucking pawn that went home. Mm-hmm. And it's that horrible case scenario. And that's exactly what happened that night. And so hopefully it's coming across that, like, we're going to work together and that we won't remember anything that's happened in the past. And if you give me that honesty, I promise I will keep you safe in the coming rounds. However, for me, like, when she gets the chop, she gets the chop. I don't really care. Just keep me safe this week.
Talking with Matt just kind of reassures me that Matt really never wanted me to be eliminated the night that I was eliminated. I am more inclined to vote against Finn and to vote for you, but I've also just been trying to figure out, like, which ways people are voting so that way we know if it's a keep or a swap. I really feel like Matt is going to show me significantly more loyalty in this game than Finn ever will. And it's hard for me to say no to people I feel actually have my back at this point. I got you. I'm going to go snoop and get people's answers, and I will let you know.
Talking to people, I don't want to necessarily try to convince people to vote to keep Matt here, because that's just gonna make it extremely messy. I want to hear what their intentions are, jot that down, go back to Matt and let him know all that information. Finn is connected, I know, with Emily to a large degree. They've been playing this entire game together.
Yeah.
I don't know how strong Matt's connections are now that CJ's gone.
Mm-hmm. So I can kind of start to tell that Matt and Zach are playing closer than I maybe had assumed earlier in the game. I can see that in his motives when he's talking to me.
And moving forward, it's heavily
competition based. That's exactly what I said to Erica earlier today. Like, it's classic Zach shit at this point. I know that he's gaming so hard, and it worries me because I do know that for right now, I still need Zach. I need to keep him around to protect me. But I know that he'll backstab me at some point. I just don't know when. And I need to be prepared for it when it happens, because Zach is always thinking 3 steps ahead.
I feel like I need to plead my case to every single person. It's such a small voting pool. There are 5 people voting tonight. Every single vote counts. Every single vote counts. 1 vote could swing it. In my head, Matt has not been somebody that I would want to go to Final 2 with. So if you're thinking about your own game, like, he's been here a season before, he's had a strong fight, and he's been a really close buddy to, like, a lot of people on the jury, especially CJ. I would not feel confident that CJ is going to be swayed out of voting for Matt to win the game. He came back in his game, and he's friends with everybody. Like, everyone that's gone home on jury so far is his buddy. So I just think he's got a strong argument to plea for himself. I think I'm an easier competitor to go against in Final 2. I didn't make a lot of big moves, at least not that most people have seen. So if you're considering your own game, I hope that is a reason to vote to keep me. I'm happy to campaign for myself and, like, get the votes that I get. That's what I've been putting out there to everybody. And also trans allies to the end. I think that would be pretty cool for us. I think that they're hearing my points, and I think they know that I'm making some really strong arguments.
I think Finn's a strong player as well, but I do think they'd be easier to take down in the end.
The idea that you've posed of Matt being the stronger person when it comes to a jury vote in Final 2 kind of has me shaking in my boots when it comes to continuing playing against Matt.
Matt is clearly a very strong social player and has a lot of connections in the game, and it's hard to know where his priorities lie.
Good job, Finn. You're making a great case for yourself.
It's going to be hard to talk myself out of that one.
It is making me think.
In our conversation, Finn tells me that they want to keep.
I'm planning to keep. I want to keep this a straight up vote. Like, I'm not trying to pull anything shady. I also have no idea where the vote is leaning. I feel like everybody's playing it very close to their chest, as they should.
I start to think that if I want to keep Finn in this game, that means that Matt also needs to keep. And that means that Matt needs to feel like he's going to be successful this round. So that just makes me think, what are the next conversations I need to have?
We need to think about jury votes, right? And how many friends Matt has on jury, which I think at that point, if he gets to Final 2, it's like so deserved that he wins.
I talked to Zach, and it seems like he's also leaning towards keeping Finn in the game. Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you. If he makes it through this round, which was the round that he was eliminated in last time, it will make him a success story. And I don't think I can win against that. I kind of know where my vote is, but then I also don't know how they're going to choose to swap or...
Right, we don't know how they're going to choose.
I realized that I haven't even talked to Matt yet. That could either mean that we're not as close as I think we are, or that he's taking my vote for granted. And if that's the case, that shouldn't be his thought. This really sucks, but the only way we are going to be able to have some control in this situation is convincing Matt that he is going to be safe.
Correct. Sheridan, I can't have this. I cannot have Matt go home.
After talking with everyone, I feel as though I have Erica's vote, I have Sheridan's, I have Gabby's, and I have Zach's vote for me to stay and for Finn to go. But then I talked to Zach.
Sheridan, I heard, said that she's voting against you.
Like right now?
Against you. Yes, like I just got off of a call with her.
Sheridan! How could you?
And she said that we need to convince you to keep so that however the votes fall, the votes fall.
I really thought we had like a final two alliance between us because we go back so many years, but I guess it doesn't matter.
So you might just have to go to a wheel unless you think that me using this is going to help.
I was feeling content. I was feeling like, oh, I have all the time in the world. Now I want 20 more minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right with Finn's going to keep either way. So if you can just get people's honest votes.
If only one vote changes now, it could send me packing. And so now it's making me rethink this entire decision. Should I really leave it up to these people to choose my fate in the game and I just keep the votes as is? Or do I just have to really bring this up into the world of fate and have fate choose it through a wheel? Because at this point, I'm kind of leaning towards a wheel because I don't trust one single person still left in this game.
Just do what we've talked about, please. Don't change it.
Oh my God. Okay, yes.
This entire round ends up on my shoulders. So what I do can really send me packing or it could keep me longer. So we'll see, but I'm really scared.
Finn and Matt, you landed in the top and bottom spots. Does this come as a surprise to either of you?
My anxiety got to me. I was going so fast and I was getting so close every time. And then I switched it all around and it just was a jumbled mess. And now to make it even worse, I felt this coming in the beginning of the season. I was like, I know I'm going to be nominated during the keeper swap. And of course it's happening now. And I'm like, I don't know where anyone's going. I can trust them, but to a point. And I don't really know at the end of the day. And so I'm wondering, should I leave it up to my friends or should I leave it up to the wheel? And right now I'm leaning that I want to bring it to the wheel.
Finn is going to keep, and I don't want anyone to feel comfortable about how they think this vote is going to go.
Why would you want to send it to the wheel? Huh? It makes me very nervous to hear that Matt wants to throw it to the wheel. But also I am devastated that Matt has to go through this again. We've been, I feel really good buddies since the beginning of this competition. So I'm bummed, and I'm double bummed that it has to be the same round that he went out on in season 1. So yeah, that fucking sucks. But I'm really hoping to just go into it honestly and to avoid any hijinks and shenanigans or sneakiness or shadiness. I have been going into this from the beginning, planning to choose keep because I don't want to try and stab anybody in the back and I don't like the wheel. The wheel scares me. So, but I don't know how it goes. So the wheel could be just as good as the votes. So Matt, I leave that decision to you. I love you so much. I'm so sad that we can't keep playing this together. I am incredibly straightforward about what I plan to do. And it's not a trick. It may come off like a trick, but it's honest. My intention is to vote keep.
So then there's the other 5 of you. And last time we did this much earlier in the competition, there were much more people here. There's only 5 votes tonight, which means one person switching can completely change the outcome of that keeper swap. How do you have to play this round, knowing how fickle the outcome can be?
Not only do I not know how anyone else is voting, I do not know how I'm voting.
This is a very, very difficult vote. In my opinion, the hardest one I have been here for.
Matt and Finn have both made what I feel are incredible arguments to me personally for why I would want to keep both of them and why I would want to vote out both of them.
I'm not even sure how much people are holding their cards against their chest and how much we just don't know what we're doing yet. Honestly, this is a really difficult vote for a lot of us, and we're very, very torn, I think, and it's hard.
And then on top of it, there's this other level of keep or swap that I don't know how anything's going to go.
Matt said publicly in the group, I'm kind of leaning maybe swap. Finn said, I'm leaning keep. Can you take either of those confessions at face value, and how does that influence how you start to think your vote before you cast it?
At the end of the day, what happens with this elimination is finally in the hands of both Finn and Matt. So all that we can do as the voters in this round is just vote with whatever we all think our best individual move will be for this round. But at the end of the day, we know that that's not a permanent choice, right? The wheel could possibly change that for us, or Matt or Finn could change that for us. And yeah, this round kind of encourages chaos.
Over the course of all the conversations I have, I am almost just getting more and more confused because it just seems like everyone's confused, and it kind of seems like everyone is just leaving this to chance. I mean, I do want to acknowledge also that if this does fucking suck, as Finn said, like, it's no secret that I've been like close allies with both Matt and Finn since pretty much, I guess, the first round when we were all green team together, like way back in the day. So I almost do wish that I could just let a wheel pick for me almost, because that would be easier than having to, like, you know, name one of my top allies. So yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that, for lack of a better word, just chaotic helplessness. I don't know.
I'm going to push back on the chaoticness of the round. So there is an element of chaos, right? But there is a way to game this round. As we saw it last season, someone gamed it very well. So without saying too much, like, it's like, how do you push and how do you... Because I just don't buy that it's completely up to chance tonight. There's other factors that go into that. You're all in the final 7 of this game. You're making decisions that will be best for your game. Let's maybe cut through the facade just a little bit.
If we're cutting through the facade, Finn, you mentioned you're leaning towards keep. Matt, you mentioned you're leaning towards swap. Would you guys be willing to say just like what you're going to write down right here, right now?
It sunk me last season that I told everybody I was going to swap, and I had people manipulate my decision in that.
Fair enough. That's very fair.
This is fully my decision, and no matter what, I'm keeping it to myself. No one will know my final decision until I throw that paper up.
Yeah, I feel like I've made it pretty clear that I went into this with the intention of wanting to do keep. I hope that, like, saying that from the beginning then doesn't, like, come off as I've been trying to game it. I think it probably would have been maybe a different decision depending on who I was up against. But like I said, Matt, this sucks. Like, I'm really glad that we got a chance to hop into a call and, like, acknowledge together that this fucking sucks. And we both, obviously, I think this is, like, one of our worst case scenarios. So I don't want to fuck you over. Like, I don't want to try and trick you into keeping votes that are going to vote you home or swapping for votes that are going to vote you home. Like, I don't know where the votes are going. I feel like we both have a lot of connections in this game, and I trust that. Personally, I feel like you probably have a better chance than I do at this point, but I don't know. And, like, if you want to go wheel and leave it to fate, I totally understand that, and there won't be any hard feelings. But yeah, I feel like I made it clear that I'm happy to keep.
I think this vote is, do I want to keep a bigger competitor around who makes a bigger presence, or do I want to keep someone who is, I don't want to say floating because I love you, but, like, who is, like, truly, like, has just been on everyone's good side. Like, you know, I've been I talk. So what's better for your game? It's on you guys, or it could be on me. Whatever you think, like, whatever you guys want. We'll see.
A lot of people have been very silent in the last few rounds where they are not showing their cards to many people. But I'm just going to throw it out there and say, okay, this is the vote.
I guess we're playing this a little less friendly than I thought. Just to plead to everyone else, I feel like I've probably said this to most of you. I've enjoyed playing this game very much. And I will say, like, in considering whether your votes matter or not, and considering who to keep, I would be nervous to go up against Matt in a final 2. I think he's played an incredible game. He has a lot of really strong connections. So I would consider that, and maybe the connection that you feel to him and to want to keep him might be the exact reason you should send him home.
The exact reasons that he's pleading himself to stay here are the reasons that you should send him home, because right now it's him versus me, but next round it's going to be him versus you. And wouldn't you rather go up against me?
Well, I think a lot has been said. A lot has been kept unsaid. Does anyone have anything left to say before we go to the vote?
I'm 100% convinced that Matt is going to swap, which means that if he's going to swap and if Finn is going to keep, it's going to go to a wheel. I think as I'm hearing like both of you talk, I think in all of our heads we're probably thinking about what we would do in this situation. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that if I were in the situation, I'd probably swap. I know the only way I can keep Finn in the game is if Finn also swaps and I vote for Finn. I don't know. That's just what I think I would do. I'm hoping that Finn picks up on this message. I'm hoping that he decides to swap.
Please send me your votes now. You are either voting for Matt or Finn. Matt and Finn, you will not have a vote. And in a moment, I will ask you for your keeper swap decision.
Going into this, I was pretty sure that Finn was going to keep, but now after hearing some of the deliberations, they might swap. And I honestly don't know how it's going to work out tonight.
Everyone's vote is in, and it's now my time to write either keep or swap.
I just have to hope the information I have is correct. I'm just really hoping I'm not getting played right now.
By writing what's on this piece of paper, it's going to determine my future, and so I'm shaking.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Matt and Finn, you both decided to keep the votes. And the person eliminated from Fight or Flight is Finn. I'm sorry, Finn, but you have been eliminated.
This hurts. This one hurts. You guys played me.
I dance, baby. I dance. Yes.
I should have known better. I was with this kid when he was in middle school theater and he was very convincing, so he bluffed and I didn't pick up on it. And hey, that's my bad, but honestly, super impressive for him.
Came out victorious against Keeper Swap. Fuck you, Keeper Swap. I bested you.
I'm just bummed, you know. Honestly, I'm very happy, Matt, that you made it past Keeper Swap. Like, that's very exciting. I am a little confused just about how everything went down. So I'm curious to get filled in from the next jury member coming, and I'm wondering how this will influence where I give my final vote. At this point, it kind of feels like maybe I was wrong to trust anybody this round. And if I thought anyone was gonna turn against Matt, I was an idiot for it. It has been an absolute pleasure playing with all of you guys, and I'm excited for you to all see my confessionals. I do apologize. I think I may have come off nicer than I actually was. But goodbye to all. Love you so much, and good luck. I learned this game by the time I left it, and I'm proud of that.
Thank you, Finn. You put up a great fight, but it's time for you to flight.
Throughout my time in this game, I made more moves than people would know. For quite a few members of the jury, I might have been the first person to say their name the week they went home. CJ, I apologize. Shristi, I do apologize for that. So I just think I played a bigger game than people knew, which may have been my downfall that nobody knew about it, but I'm proud of myself.
Finn, you were a really interesting person to strategize with. I hope you weren't too shady to be in confessional, but honestly, I'm excited to see them.
Yes, I am happy that I'm still here, but the fact that you are gone makes it incredibly bittersweet. You made me laugh and you made me smile every single round. You are truly a friend of mine, and I thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you after this game.
I voted for you, hoping that that vote would be swapped over to Matt, and I was really bummed and shocked when that didn't happen. And I can just say I wanted to keep you in this game, and I think you're really cool, and I am sorry that you couldn't have played longer.
Goodbye, Finn. I'm gonna win it for our pronouns team. I love you. I will see you at the end.
I overcame all of the obstacles that took me out last season. And so to have that full circle moment feels... Oh my God! But now it's time to start making those connections strong again and to get back into this game because I'm not going out next.
For real, Zach, I'm just saying it right now, like, you are my number 2.
Correct. You're my number one.
You're my number one. Like you,
Yes.
like top two. That's what I meant.
Matt and I realized that we need each other more than ever moving forward, and reiterate the fact that this is our final two. He's my ride or die.
I'm feeling okay about Zach at this point. I think he really showed his cards to help me out this round, so I want to keep Zach around.
If I can't win, I want you to win.
Yeah, same right back at you. Like it's, and I think we've played clearly a similar game, but in different ways. And so
Completely different ways.
To the jury, which way do you want to win? And I think let's leave it up to them.
I still have the votes. I did a good job to get myself to this point, and so it can get me to the end. And I know it can get me to the end.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. You both voted to keep me, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
With our continued loyalty, I really want to keep Gabby around as well. And I think Erica would be a good person to lean to too.
I was scared because I didn't know if it was going to go to a wheel or not.
I am extremely relieved when it's revealed that Finn is the person eliminated and Matt will be the one staying. I know that I voted on the right side, which was the thing that was most important to me. And also now I get to keep working with Matt, who I feel like I do have a stronger relationship with.
Sheridan and Emily clearly weren't near me. And so like...
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, they voted. I think they voted to keep Finn.
I'm feeling especially backstabbed by Sheridan. So I think next target is Sheridan. It's your time to go. I can't have this coming at me mutiny, like secret mutiny. I can't have it happen. Not on my watch.
It's gonna get tough soon, and if we're all on the same page, let's get to the final three. Like, let's do it.
We recognize that at this point in the game, it's very much every man for himself, but that we kind of still have 2 more rounds where we can kind of play this together a little bit, as long as it's not, any combination of the 3 of us up against each other, that we can kind of protect each other as much as possible moving forward so that we can make it to the final 4. And so I'm feeling really good about this.
If it's not 2 of us up, I think if we vote together, we can stay till the final 4.
I think so too. We have the numbers.
I think you really need to continue this.
We can kind of get Emily and Sheridan out the next few rounds, and then I can have a final 4 of me, Gabby, Matt, and Zach, and I would feel really good about that.
Like, let's get to the final 4 and then battle it out.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Ideally, I would like to sit next to Erica in the end of this game. I think that it's unfortunately a knock against her game that she sat out for a few rounds that I was able to survive. I have played a different enough game that I could win.
I want to play against the best and the most entertaining, so I just kind of think that it's Emily's time to go next, unfortunately.
This is the first elimination that I'm coming out of wholly confused, and I don't like it.
Like, I was trying to, communicate to Finn, if I were you, I would swap. I feel really, really, really shitty because I genuinely wanted to keep Finn in this game. I feel bad. Now Finn, I think, thinks I betrayed him. And so we're both trying to figure out what happened. Full transparency, I wanted to keep Finn in the game.
I mean, I did too. I'm very sad to see Finn go. I also was not anticipating Finn going if they both chose keep. Matt didn't have any conversations with me, but I'm thinking he sure had conversations with somebody. I don't know. I'm confused about what happened, and I feel like I need to talk to Matt because, we didn't talk at all in the deliberation, and that makes me feel really weird. He's just, written me off. I need to know where I stand with him because he is a major player, and I am worried about him still being here.
I think Matt knows that I'm not an ally anymore, and I think that's really going to screw me over next round. I think that he knows that I wasn't going to vote for him, or that I was going to want to vote him out. So now I think that any conversation I have with him at this point might be inauthentic, but maybe I'm thinking about it too much.
Things are messy right now, and everyone's talking to everyone, and there's really nowhere to hide, and it's starting to feel like maybe there's no more alliances, or there's so many alliances that, they're starting to not be as useful as they once were. Quite honestly, I'm hoping that everyone thinks they can beat me in final two, because I feel like that gives people motive to like keep me around. Looking at who's left in the game, I think I would like to sit with Sheridan.
I, at the end of the day, want to be with someone that I think the jury is going to choose me over them. And so it means choosing someone who's maybe been less strategic. And if I had to choose who that person is, it would probably be Emily. Honestly, that's the best strategy. And that's why, like, after last round with the word scramble, I kind of regretted winning because I was like, maybe I should have not.
I think my next target is Matt or Zach. I mean, you know, they tried it early on in season one. Why not try it, you know, at the very end, season two? Let's just get the men out. You know, let's do it.
I've been eliminated, but I have no boarding bucks to give. So sorry to everyone.
Zach decides that he's going to send me back 2 of the boarding books that I had given him when I was eliminated.
I'm going to send you 2 boarding books.
Oh, you were the sweetest.
Which I really appreciate because I currently have none and I know I'm going to need them sooner rather than later at this point.
I appreciate it.
I never once asked Zach to send me back my boarding books. He just did it. And I have a lot of respect for that. And it makes me feel really good about our alliance moving forward.